Welcome to the Big Red Show. Today we have Kai Batista, and Kai's been boxing since he was 5 years old, and I think since 5. How old are you now, mate?
20.
20.
Yeah.
Wow. What got you into boxing, mate?
My dad.
Yeah, Ray. Shout out to Ray.
That's all I remember, really, just being in boxing, just straight away. Just from being a little kid. Having daft little fights with the kids in the streets in the garden with the gloves on.
Yeah.
And straight away, just put in a boxing gym and never looked back.
What age did you go into the gym?
I think I was about 5 or 6. Would have been 5 or 6.
Wow.
Yeah, straight in.
I was thinking about that the other day because you've kept going, mate, which is kind of amazing because most of my mates, they sort of hit like 13, 14, and then they just sort of stopped, and they could have been boxers or footballers and all the rest of it. So what kept you going, mate?
Funny enough, my dad basically he said I was always good. And I had a bit of talent. He always pushed us hard, and he basically just says, when it got tough and I got to that age, he was like, there's no stop now. And he was like, you're too good to stop.
Yeah.
So he just pushed us even more, and then now look back. That's why I've always thought like, it's good what he's done, because he's just pushed us, and then look where it is now. I'm turning out good with it, and it's just going stronger and stronger every year. So him really, that's what kept us going.
So your main motivation?
Yeah, it's my number one in, man. It's my main person, yeah.
I think that's extraordinary. But like I say, you must had times where you were just like, I just want to go out with my mates.
I probably did when I was like 12 or 13. But it was like, what else is there to do? We'll go out and drink on the streets, and then I thought, that's not me. I didn't even like stuff like that. I never had interest in it. And obviously my dad was always like, how I would go to the gym and go and train. So it's just get in the gym, train, box people around the country. I just thought, why would I want to be on the streets drinking when I can, become something in my life? And I always had a little dream for being a kid, is like being a pro boxer, like professional. So I've always just thought, got to stick in, got to put the years in, give up all the childhood, all that youth years, give up all that just to get my goal.
Do you feel like you have give up your youth?
Yeah, give everything up, give my childhood up, everything, I think, like, definitely.
How many days have you been in the gym, like, a week?
A week. Well, at the minute, since I'm at Kenton, I'm in the gym every single day, because I'm training Monday to Friday, and then Saturdays and Sundays, and even Sundays for the week, I'm training people, so I basically live at the gym. I'm never out that gym, but every other gym, I'm there Monday to Fridays, like the other gyms I've been to before Kenton. So really, every week I've always been at the gyms, non-stop.
It has to be a massive passion though, mate. I know your dad's pushed you, but is it?
Oh yeah, I want it myself, obviously, as well, but like, it's all I know, really, boxing, so now it's just my own thing, like, I want it for myself as well. So there's definitely a massive passion for it. It's the only thing I know, really. It's what I love, boxing. It's nothing else.
Is it still your dream now?
Yeah, 100%. I want to, like, this year, I've got a few goals this year, and maybe look to turn over the pros and start my pro career within this year or next year. That's the goals really now.
Is that your goal for 2025?
2025, 2026. Just see how this year plans out, and then push on to what's always been the dream, be a pro boxer. See how far I can get with that.
So, you've had 63 fights?
Yeah.
That's a canny few, that, mate.
It's not bad, is it?
That is a canny few fights. How many you won?
46.
That's phenomenal, mate. It's phenomenal.
It's not bad.
Who's your toughest?
What, I've boxed?
Yeah.
I don't know, because I'm at such a high level.
Yeah.
Everyone's tough, but I've had a lot of good fights with a lot of good kids, top kids who have turned pro and everything. Beat a lot of them. Obviously had close fights and lost a couple. Just don't know. Everyone's tough, but I wouldn't want it any other way. I wouldn't want it easy. It's no point.
So you've won 46 fights. How hard is it to deal with the losses when you're on the rampage where you've been winning, and then you get a loss?
So it's the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
It's like, when I always seem to lose, so I'll win every single, if I'm in a competition like the Nationals, I'll win the regional round, become a regional champion, I'll win the quarters, I'll win the semis, I'll go all the way to the finals, and I'll have a really close fight, or sometimes, a fight where I've won but I don't get the decision.
Yeah.
Like, I've been in 3 national finals, lost them all in a split, so that means like half the judges say he's won, half of them said I've won, but one extra judge has said him. So it's like every single time I go on this unbelievable run, beating every kid in the country, and I should be number one, but I get unlucky. So that's the worst bit, because like your dream's gone just off one bad decision.
And then you have to go back at it a year later.
You've got to wait nearly 12 months to go again.
So you've hit the finals 3 times?
Yeah, 3 times, and just unlucky split decision every time. One of them was quite close, and then I ended up boxing the lad in a semi-final of like a belt eliminator, like 3 or 4 months later, and beat him. Like, beat him comfortable as well. So, but the first fight was quite close, to be fair. He's a good lad though. He's had like 9-odd fights. He's not multiple national champion, but just on the day I could have done with a bit of luck.
How would you pick yourself up after that?
Go home, have a couple days rest, get back to the gym,
Straight back at
get
it,
on with it.
back into the routine.
No one else is going to feel sorry for us, so why feel sorry for myself? You know what I mean?
You just got to pick yourself up.
You just got to get on with it, be a bit tough inside.
I remember that because our Savannah went all the way to the Olympics.
Yeah.
And like she said, well, I could have battered them, but it was the pressure.
Yeah.
She was thrown up before she went in the ring. When you're fighting and there's not really that much pressure, it wasn't really that big of a deal, she was saying, as much. But when it got to the finals, she was like, bleh. Or when she got to certain events there,
pressure got her.
The pressure just picked up, yeah.
Yeah.
Question from Lee Peel. Who's the best on the pads?
Oh, in the gym.
In the gym. Take yours. Shout out to Take yours.
It's between Lee and Bo.
Lee and Bo.
Yeah, maybe Kieran as well. Kieran's all right. So everyone's good. But Lee's the ones I've got to say that he's the best, and that's all. We'll say Lee.
We had another question from Papey. How do you feel your lass is a better boxer than you?
Don't know. I don't know. She's all right. She's not as good, like, but we'll let her have that.
Let her have that one.
Let her have 1 hour.
Can you explain to all our viewers what the little green trees are?
What little green trees? Oh, all right. So I was on a diet when I come to Kenton, and they put broccoli in my food. Just one day I was just away with it for the day, and I was like, I've been eating them little green trees. I said it to Jonesy, and Jonesy was like, "What are you on about, little green trees?" And I was like, "You know, the green trees." He was like, "Broccoli." I was like, "Aye." And ever since then, they all just looked at us. And I was like, I was eating or something, and I said this, and they looked at us, and they were like, "You have not just said that." And I was thinking, it's just a little green trees, man. It was just one of them things. I just had a moment. Well, that's what I was calling them.
What's your diet like then?
My diet's strict. It's just a lot of fibre, a lot of protein, some carbs, but my diet's, that's the worst bit. It's always been the worst bit of my diet. Hate it.
What, eating the same sort of?
Yeah, since I was a kid though, it's just like dieting from about 10-year-old to 20. 10 years of being on the diet, it's horrible. I've had some horrible experiences with diets, but it's part of the game, isn't it?
100%, mate. I want to give a shout out to your dad, Ray, and your mum, Louise, because it's a full-time job for them when you were little. And,
yeah. Definitely.
And all the other parents out there, because, you all do amazing. When your kids want to be something, it's almost a full-time job for you. So a massive shout out to all the parents who are taking the kids to follow their dreams, because it is literally another job. I remember when my son used to play football, it was just like, got to do this football, then that. It's like 3 days a week. I'm like, oh, where's my time? And then you're coming back, and then you're washing the uniform, and you're doing this, and you're like, you know. I shout out to all the parents, because you're mint. So if you weren't doing boxing, what would you do, mate? What would you like to do if you weren't a boxer?
I don't know. There's nothing else I would want to do that I can think of now. Just box.
Yeah.
So I actually haven't got a clue.
Yeah.
I played football when I was, from being like 11 when I was like 13 or 14. Played that for a few years, which was actually kind of good. But my dad used to always say, you're a better boxer. He didn't like football. He's never been football, so he always used to take us to football. But he'd be like, oh, boxing's my life. I used to think, you know what, he's right. And I just eventually, I kept getting like sore legs off the football as I started to grow up a bit. I thought, oh, it's affect me boxing now, so I've had enough of the football. Got rid of the football. So maybe if I didn't box, I might be a footballer. Could have pushed at that. But nah, nothing else apart from boxing to me. Like.
You still have to work as well, though, don't you?
Yeah, I work full time from Bricklayer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've qualified everything. I've done that since I was like when I was kicked out of school when I was 16. Like the lockdown hit, my dad says, right, my friend's got a brilliant thing you're going to do with this. See if you like it.
Yeah.
So I went and done that. I was working with that then. Come back to school. I got let back to school. Yeah, 11. This is I used to stay off school a couple of days a week. Then go work and come back. Done my GCSEs, passed everything. Then I thought, I may as well do bricklaying. Done my apprenticeship, passed that dead fast. And I've just been a bricklayer since, but it's hard physical job. It's tiring as well, especially with the boxing.
I bet you're humping them bricks around all day.
Oh, well, I'm laying them all the time, so it's not too bad.
I got a hot carrier.
I've got a hot carrier. I'm my best mate. He's like with Hoddy. He's good though, so it's sound. But works hard. especially when I'm training and dieting. That's where it gets you, the work.
Hopefully you get your break this year, mate, because you put a lot of time and effort into it. Like,
there's no point in having a break yet, man. I've still got years left.
how old do you think you'll box to?
Well, if I turn, obviously I want to turn pro within the next year or two. So then do my pro career. Let's say that last till I'm like 34, 35. Like, you know, if I went all the way and was winning world titles and that.
Yeah.
I see me go till about 34, 35 to when it starts to catch up with you a bit. So hopefully by then I've made a few million quid and, you know, won a few world titles. I haven't got to do nothing else. You've got 13, 14 years and when you think about it. That's just a start. It's nothing really, is it?
And you've got the dedication, mate. Like, Savannah didn't start boxing until she, didn't 11 to 13. Yeah. So you're already like 10 years in front.
Yeah.
15.
Definitely. It's good thing really.
But she went to Team GB, which was a big help because obviously they get paid to box. The lottery funded them. So a lot of amateurs like yourself, they've got to fund themselves.
Yeah.
Or get sponsors.
I've got a few sponsors, to be fair. I can't even think of them off the top of my head. I've got about 10 or something on my kit. I've got to have sponsors who help with like stuff, but it is a big part of sponsors and that, so it's the main thing. You need them really, especially when you turn pro and that. Helps stop you from having to work, so you just train full time.
Yeah, if you got a big fight, would you just stop work and go full time?
I've had to do that a few times, you know, even in the amateurs, you know, like when I first joined Kenton, I was I come back after training, I was like 73, 74 kilo. And they says, oh, right, you're boxing this kid, European champion, but we used to be at the gym together.
Yeah.
We're out in Sunderland, so we're mates, we've always been mates. But before you know it, it's for a belt. It is what it is.
So you're fighting your mate? Someone who you knew?
Yeah, someone I know well. Like, we've always like sparred each other for years, and we're at a gym together for 4 years at a different gym. So we got matched for the belt, and it was like, right, you've got to make 63 and a half. And the gym were telling us, like, don't want to do 67. I was like, no, I'll make 63. So then I get on with the diet and that, and then I come to work, and at work it was catching up with us, you know, like all the weight cut and that. And when I was on my apprenticeship at the time, I says to my boss, I says, I've got 3 weeks till I box. Can I have it off so I can just train, make my weight? Yeah. My boss, like, at the time was like, well, go on then, but you're going to get paid or not? And I was like, nah, I'm not bothered.
Yeah.
So I took it off, and that my dad says, because my dad wanted us to have the work off, he says, yeah, I'll pay you if you get it off. So my dad was still paying us. I was training 2-3 times a day, made the weight, and ended up winning the belt, and that's all.
Oh, class.
It was all worth it, really. So my dad was like my little sponsor for 3 weeks. So,
yeah, mint.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He plays a big part of everything.
It must be buzzing when you're getting up there, like.
Definitely. But no, the worst bit for him, you know, if it goes wrong, like when you were saying how do you take the losses, you should say him take the loss worse than me.
Is he?
He can't sleep at night half the time.
So you telling your dad it's all right?
Yeah, I'm saying him, don't know my dad, you know, I'm boxing a couple more weeks, we get another and he's like,
especially when it's dead close like that.
It hurts him more than it hurts me half the time.
Because he'll want you to, like,
he's so passionate about it with us. Like, he's got the passion just as much as I have, because he just wants us to do so well with everything. So
you're smashing him, mate. Like, you think about it, like I said before, I had mates who were belter footballers, proper class, and they hit that point and they went out with their friends, which you haven't, which is like, I think it's massive. Congratulations for that, mate, because that's a game changer. Like, as a professional, but like so many of my mates, and I see them now, and I think, God, you could have been a belter footballer. They were good footballers, were playing for teams, Newcastle, and then 13, 14, and just fell into the habit of what life is like when you're like that. Do you know what I mean? But you get your pals ringing you.
Yeah, all the time, you know, all my mates, whatever they get up to, and they're always telling us about it. No, we've done this, and the show is it, and that, like, you know, like when they're at the session and stuff. And I think, like, when they're at the race, that looks good. I think, you know, that does look decent. But then I think, like, you know, when it's after the show, there's like the daft videos when they're in the kitchen or something, you know, like the kitchen sessions. I'm like, oh, that's not for me. That bit, like, I'm more of like, if we went to a rave, it'd be a good laugh and that. But like anything like apart from like having a drink, like when it comes to drugs and that's just not my thing. Like,
you couldn't do it anyway.
I just wouldn't do it. It's not for me.
Even if you went out and had a drink, how do you feel the next day when you've not drank for such a long time?
You know what? Luckily I get alright, mate. I'm not too rough and that. Like the other day, you know, on Boxing Day.
Yeah.
Maybe Boxing Day on New Year's, we had like with my mates, because obviously I didn't do much, so we planned to go to a rave on Boxing Day and a rave on New Year's.
Did you have DJ Martin on?
Nah, we didn't. So we were at the raves, and both days I woke up the next day fresh. It was either Boxing Day or New Year's. I went on a 5 mile run the next day.
Wow.
Just to sweat.
I think that's the difference, you know, because I didn't drink for 661 days, right?
Yeah.
And then I had a drink on Boxing Day. I had one toast on Christmas Day in memory of my cousin, or Claire. And then Boxing Day, I hit the powerhouse till about 6 o'clock in the morning. Probably I hadn't had a drink for that long, right? And I woke up, I was like, ugh. And then I thought, nah, I just got my boots on and went straight on the town walk. Just walked for about like 2 hours just to clear my mind, and then went and ate like a load of chicken.
Keep it healthy though.
And I felt cushy afterwards, because I thought if I lie in bed after not drinking so long, I'll just get like
worse.
Shouldn't have done this, shouldn't have done that, should have stayed longer, should have done 1,000 days drink free. You know. But I think that's an amazing challenge, like, mate, honestly, like not drinking and staying away from all of that, because obviously we live in Kenton, and you know there's plenty of temptation out there.
I'm Kenton Bar, mate. I'm not Kenton. It's different.
Kenton Bar.
My mum says, actually, you know, if someone says I'm from Kenton, she'll correct them straight away. No, we're from Kenton Bar.
Kenton Bar crew. It's
apparently there's a big difference, but
yes, I forgot. I apologise.
No,
it's wicked, mate. It's wicked.
It's a good place.
It is. It's just you showing people, look, you can have a dream and stick at it, because not everything happens straight away.
No,
you know what I mean? And sometimes you've had all of these like big losses or times where it's really hard. When you get to that good time, you're going to think, I've had that. You know what I mean? I deserve that.
Definitely. It'll all be worth it eventually. Just got to take it as it comes. It's never going to be perfect straight away.
Never is, mate.
No.
And even when you get to the top, sometimes it's just
still not perfect.
It's not much better than where you are now.
Yeah.
Like I sat with Savannah and she had the belts and she went to just sat there, and I thought it would have meant, you know, like everything. And sometimes she just looks at them.
Yeah.
And it's a journey to get there.
Definitely. I think the journey's the best bit. You know, the grind every day in, day out, putting everything into it. I think that's a bit I enjoy deep down.
It is a belter feeling going in the gym, isn't it?
No, sometimes when I go to the gym, I think, I'm here again.
Can't be arsed.
But then, you know, after the session's done, I'm like, right, you've trained twice a day, you've been to work, your weight's coming down, you know what I mean? You're sharp, you're feeling good, you're boxing in 2 weeks, it's like, sweet, gusty, you know what I mean? I'm happy again. I go home, go to bed, do it all again, and it's like, you know what, I do get a little thrill out of it. Like, I get like a thing where I'm like, yes, this is definitely the life for me. Just sticking in training, doing everything I can.
What would you say to someone who wanted to get into boxing?
What, like a youngin' or like
a youngin'?
Or like a little kid? Just enjoy it. Don't put too much pressure on yourself straight away, because I think pressure is one of the worst things you can do. Just try and enjoy it. Enjoy the sport. Just let everything happen as it happens.
So what's been your biggest challenge, do you think, mate?
Biggest challenge? Don't know, I'll be honest. Everything's a challenge. There's always been loads of challenges, but probably is, you know, like, say my mates doing everything, living a life, and then I've spent all these years for being like, competing. You start competing at 10, so like 10 years, say, of competing. Saying all my mates like live the life, you know what I mean, be a bit happier, and I'm always miserable on a diet, getting ready to box. That's probably one of the biggest challenges, but I've had loads of
when
good
they ring
challenges.
you up and say, oh, you're coming, you're like, I can't.
No, when I'm from being about 12, I was about 16.
Yeah.
And everyone's going out like, oh, you come to this, you come to do this party, and all like the house parties and that, and I'm like, nah. They're like, why? Oh, I've got to be up for a run in the morning, or I didn't drink, there's no point of us going. Or, you know, if it's a night time, they're like, oh, you coming out, we got to play football or something. Nah, maybe dad's off for the gym. It's just all them years that I always missed. That's probably like being a challenge of missing that, but so it is, isn't it? You can't get them back now, and to be honest, I wouldn't change it, so I'm not bothered.
Yeah, I think that's probably the hardest part, like, and that's where people will go, whew. Yeah.
That's where everyone seems to, like, you know, like, take their eye off the ball and go and what the crowd's doing. Well, it's me, at least. I'm clever, mate. I don't go that way, I go my own way.
I think your dad's been a big, like...
Oh, yeah, my dad, definitely. He's always pushed us. And when I used to be on my dad's, my nonnas in school, I used to sell, you know, when the people used to sell in school, Lucas and Chris and chocolate. So I have a backpack full of goods, right? I used to meet my dad at the gates next to the football, you know, Kenton School, you know, the football pitch.
Yeah.
I used to meet him there, and he used to pass over my bait box, white fishing beans every day. So I'm eating that with a bag full of sweets, selling people sweets and that. And I'd meet him every day at the gate for a good couple of weeks.
Did you ever get a cheeky sweet?
Odd time. I used to go home and I used to be like, should I tell him? But then it was always worth it. And I would meet him at the gate, and everyone else was eating everything, and I was meeting him at the gate, and then I'd go and box.
Yeah.
Like 2 or 3 weeks after doing the diet, and I'd win, and I'd be like, no, when I've won, it wasn't, obviously, I was thinking like, mint, I've won, it was worth it, but then I was looking at it thinking, I want more now, I want more wins. So I was thinking, right, back the gate, Dad. I'll keep meeting you there. We need more wins, we need more experience. So it was always worth doing it.
Do you pick out afterwards and eat whatever you want after you've been on?
You know what? When I was younger, I wasn't too bad for it. But you know, as I've got older,
Yeah.
I do get a bit bad for it.
Burgers and that after you've like.
It's bad on which I can't eat. That's why the diet's so hard now, because like I box at 67 now. And like if I'm out of camp and if I didn't train, you didn't monitor us for like 2 or 3 weeks, I got like 75 kilos, 66 kilos, I just fly up. But like I never go like fat, I just look like quite filled out.
Yeah.
So that's a challenge a bit.
Is that your hardest part of the diet?
Aye, but no. Because like it's mentally challenging, that it's physically hard.
If you love food, that's got to be the hardest part.
Food's my favourite thing in the world, apart from like boxing. But I don't know what the hardest part is. I don't think there is a really hard part. It's just it all adds up and all kind of is hard, but it's not that hard if you love it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
That's the passion, just turning up every day.
Just
But
get on with it.
you feel it when you're in the gym. The energy is just wicked, isn't it?
Especially I can't like I've been over gyms, like top gyms.
Yeah.
It's always been a good environment and that. It's always been hard, but like it's never had that little spark for us. Where I feel like, whoa, this is like mint. And I came to Kenton. Obviously, I'm from Kenton, so it was good to go to Kenton. And I started training there, and then kind of like felt like the atmosphere where I was thinking like, whoa, it's more like a family than a boxing gym. And then it just got better and better, and then now it's getting better and better. And it's like it's still like a fresh. I've only been there in a bit, but it's still just getting better and better and better. So it is a good place to be. Like Kenton, definitely. I wore them, so that's one that I got the little spark for us to like feel comfortable at the gym.
That's what they've got the name on, haven't they? TKO family or something like that.
On the wall.
It feels like that as well because there's so many different variety of people in there, and all everything. Local as well, and just I think they're doing a wicked work. Wicked.
That's what's good. Everyone's from like Kenton, Cox Lodge, or like Monty. You know what I mean? Everyone's like from like pretty much any free postcode.
Yeah.
And they all just want every person or kid that walks through the gym to do good. Like no one wishes anything bad on anyone.
Yeah, you can see it.
Everyone just thinks, right, listen, I do this. Let's help you. So like, there's just a load of help there to get everyone's little goals that they've got. Whether it's from like doing Jonesy's next level classes, coming in doing the PTs with like Michelle or the other PTs, Jack.
You're doing PTs now?
Yeah, I've been doing them for a year now, just training people. That's good. And then obviously the people that box in the gym, they want to help them. Everyone just wants to help people, so it's a good environment.
Shout out to the TKO family. What's the funniest thing? What's happened to you in the gym or in the ring?
No, I've got two.
Go on, mate.
One when I won, I jumped in the air, right? And I was celebrating, yes, I've landed on the rope. 1 foot on the rope, I fell forward like that. I played it off good with a little tense up. It wasn't too bad. So my curly hair at the time, my curly hair's fell out. I nearly fell out the ring and that. Another one is I was sparring little James Moore. He's only been 4'11", 5 foot, right? He's tiny. I'm having a little tech spawn. I'm catching him, winding him up. He just hits us with this one shot. Hits us and I just land nearly flat on my back.
Yeah.
I just land the back of my legs, I'm at the floor and he's like, I've dropped you. I'm like, no, you haven't, because I haven't touched the floor. And I was like, there's no way. He's videoing it, posting everywhere. I thought, there's no way you're having this on me. But that's one of the funny things that's happened in the gym. And where everyone, it was little James, 4 foot.
I bet he was buzzing as well.
Oh, he told tennis for it. It was good, He's mad.
Oh, class, mate, class. What's been the most fulfilling part of your boxing journey? The best
bit of it. Well, like what makes it all worth it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, truthfully, like make my dad happy, make my dad proud, because I think like my dad's relationship's good. So I think, you know, when I'm doing good and he's happy, then it makes me more happy and it bounces off each other. So I think it's like, just keep me, and my mum as well, no, just keep my mum and dad proud, saying like, look, he's turned out a good son who's not doing what his mates are doing. He's out training constantly. He's trying to do the best he can with his life. Like, not just making them happy and proud makes me like happy. So I think just like doing them proud is the best fulfilling bit of it.
Oh, that's mint. What was your earliest memory of being a boxer?
Oh, I've got a couple. Got like when I was little.
Yeah.
I was gobby. It was an argument. So you know, if when I went to the gym and train, I only wanted to do pads and that, and I used to argue with the coaches and that. No, if they give us press ups, I used to swear, no, I'm not doing this and that. And then another little memory I've got, right? I was to box like amateur for England. I have skill boards. Got my 10-year-old, and I was impatient. I was constantly wanting to fight and spar. So I ended up having like a off license fight, a white collar fight.
Yeah.
When I was 9-year-old, a little skill show one on my dad's friend Lee Rogan show.
Yeah.
At the Scotchy Club, right? So I only had to wait a month till I could have a proper like England boxing fight. And I was like, nah, come on, you just got to get his boxing. I remember I boxed a big Thai kid. He was about 10 kilo whatever. I remember that, right? We sold the kind of few tickets. The West End Club was packed.
Yeah.
I remember punching his head off, right? I remember one of my aunties just banging on the ring and that. My dad kept coming up and doing me corner and that. And I was thinking, this mint is. When I walked out the ring, my dad had his on his shoulders. That I thought, I want to be a boxer. Definitely, this is the best.
Oh, class.
Straight on to the next, straight in the amateurs. 10 years, 3 skills, 63 fights. Just box. So then my early memories, like, always being cheeky and me coaches that when I was a little kid, then having a fight when I was 9-year-old because I wasn't
You have to
allowed.
be kind of raj to be a boxer though, don't you, mate? You're going in there and someone's punching you in the head.
People think that, right? But some of the most normal people who are like, oh, like, I don't know, those quiet people and that.
Yeah.
Most of them are like boxing. I don't know, like if you came in our gym and you see like some of the kids out, like if you see them in the gym, you think, well, bit raj them because we're all fight for fun. That's
Yeah.
what we do for a laugh. And you know, if you met them outside the gym, you'd be like, they're the most normal kids. You know,
So
really
chilled.
like some of them are wild, some of them are quiet. You know, I'm in the middle, mate. I'm a bit raj, but I'm quite quiet as well. I'm just laid back. I'm alright, but I don't know. People think you've got to be raj to be a boxer, but you just got to love the sport. Just enjoy what you do.
You got to have the passion.
Yeah. Passion's a key bit, but dedication. There's loads to it. You've just got to want it.
Yeah.
And like if you don't want it, you find out when you're in there, you get beat or you get hurt. You just got to want it as well. So it's a bit
I think that's what it comes down to sometimes, who's the hungriest in the ring.
100%. Because like, you both, like, let's say you get 2 top kids.
Yeah.
You both do the diet good. You both train good.
Yeah.
But when it gets in the ring, let's say it's 1-1, you're into that 3rd round. Who wants it more? 100%.
Yeah.
Who's going to take the risk? You know what I mean? Who's going to go for it? That 100% comes down to who wants it more. So that's just what you got to do. I mean, you just got to want it. If you don't want it as much, you get beat.
Yeah.
And you've got to have a little bit of luck. It looks a little bit as well.
What's been your worst injury you picked up?
You know what? I've only ever had one like that had to like pull us out of a fight. So I was sparring and I ended up, you know, tissue in my eye.
Yeah.
Tissue in my eye got damaged. Like it got hit, I got caught in it, and it swelled up. And I kept getting caught in it. So I'm like quite a good spar with this lad. And like, we're having a bit of a war. And then one of the coaches comes over from when I was at a different gym. He was like, "Whoa, the spar's getting stopped." And he said, "What?" He says, "Because when it's damaged, that one kind of lifted or dropped it, done 1 or 2.
Yeah.
He says, "Look, mate, I think your eye socket's fractured." And I was meant to be boxing 3 weeks after on the show. And he was like, I was like, "What do you mean?" He said, "Can you go to the hospital like today or tomorrow, get a check?" So I went to the hospital, got a check. And there's me sitting thinking, I'm boxing in 3 weeks. I've got for a fractured eye socket. And what am I to do? I'm like, it's like if you fracture your eye socket, it's a nightmare when you try and box because you constantly get hit in your face.
You just keep going down.
So I'm sitting there and getting the scans and that, and the check, and I'm like, "You're lucky, you've just got damaged tissue. You know, you got 5-6 weeks out, so I missed 5-6 weeks. I had to pull out my fight and that. That's probably been the only bad injury I've ever had. But it was just stuff sparring, just happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, some of the spars get a bit out of hand sometimes.
We try and kill each other. Like you got to think more like 19, 20, 21-year-old men or young men. Even when you're a kid, you spawn all that. Or even when you're kids, like
especially
no
when you're kids,
what,
because you want to whack your mate, don't you?
Even still to this day, like no matter what, when I'm in the gym, I'm trying to kill them because they're going to kill me. You know, it's kill or be killed. It's just that's what gets you sharp. That will get you tough, get you fit, because it's so competitive and everyone wants to be better than the other.
Yeah.
It brings the best out of everyone.
Yeah.
So
you all shake hands at the end of it though.
they were like before the session, we'll talk with mates. As soon as the session starts, you know, you can see it's getting a bit like with each other. Get in the ring, try and kill each other. Then after that, that was a good little war that on it. Everyone's best mates again.
Shake hands on the way out and that.
You know what? That's like no the amateurs. You know when you're fighting.
Yeah.
Like I've boxed so many of my mates. You know when I've been in different gyms and you meet obviously different people. You get mates and that down the country, and we've all boxed each other. So like let's say we draw each other in a competition. It's like now we're going to fight each other. And it's like, before we get there, we'll like, you know, give each other a little stare there. We get in the ring, we'll fight each other. Then after, it's like, we'll never fought with mates again. I've had that so many times, it's a weird one. Then, like, when I was on the England squad, there was like loads of us that were all mates. And we all were in the same weight, though. So when we were in England, we were sound each other up, and then we were like to box each other. And it was just like,
weird.
Because 1 minute we were mates, so we're sparring each other in like an England camp. The next minute we were getting drawn against each other in a competition. We had no choice to fight. But the end of the day, there's no mate in there. I'm not bothered if you're my mate. You getting it? Simple as that.
You're getting it. You get knocked out.
Just getting beat or what.
Class, man.
So obviously you've done a show that like you've always like been partying and that, and then you had all them days sober and that. So
Yeah.
what made you like just want to do the podcast? And did you just say one and think, oh, I want to try that, or was it with getting like stopping the session and that? Did you just think, I don't know what, I'll start something else to take my mind off it? Like, what made you want to start the show?
I think it was just I wanted to impact people, and I thought in order to impact people on a bigger scale, I have to do podcasts.
Something social, like online.
Yeah, online. And like you just said there, mate, I thought about it, and then before I knew, I was just doing it. Literally, I'd thought about it a little bit, and then I thought to myself, I just want to do it. I'm going to have to do it, because I'd wrote down the Big Red Show, and it kind of thought in order to make impact. I'd already completed my challenges in terms of stop drinking. I only ever went for 90 days, and then I just kept going because I realised I was having a bit of an impact on people and helping them stop drinking. And then I created what was called Smash Life Challenge, which is a 6-week program where people can work with me and I help them smash life, giving them the tools, what I used to do what I done. And I thought, well, podcasting, and I love to talk. You know what I mean? I love to talk, and people are like, oh, and then I went on the radio. And I was like, oh, that's mint. And the bloke offered us a radio station. Cheers, mate. Coast Radio, by the way. And I was like, Big Red Show. And I'd already wrote the Big Red Show down, and I just thought, you know what? Like you said, mate, just do it. And I'd wrote it down, and I thought, I'm just going to do it. And then literally, I am. And it still feels mad now. You know, when there's cameras in front of you there. We're looking at it, but... and that it has massive impacts on people, because what we're talking about, we're showing people that you can change your life and be whoever you want to be. Yeah, and I like doing the show, so that's the reason why. That's why I set it up. If you could tell our amazing viewers 3 top tips, what would they be, mate?
Just
to smash life. 3 top tips to smash life.
The main one would be like surround yourself with the right people. I mean, like I surround myself with the right people, like my dad, people in the gym. You know, my girlfriend's a boxer, so she's constantly on my case.
Who's a better boxer?
Me, obviously. Definitely me.
That was from Mark Jones. Oi, oi.
I will always be the better one out of the two. Just let her know.
So surround yourself with the best people you can, top people.
People who want the same thing as you, for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that want you to succeed as much as you. Not people who are like going to be jealous or a bit negative about it. People who tell you straight, but they also want the best for you.
So true that, mate. If you hang around with 9 people who drink, you probably will be the 10th.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? So
I've seen that saying. I think it's true.
Be careful who you knock a boot with.
You go have the right circle, definitely. Have the right team. More of a team than ours.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I like that one. Surround yourself with wicked people, or happy people, or whatever people you want to be yourself. Yeah. Number 2, mate?
Don't be afraid to change things up. You know what I mean? You know, if something's not working, you don't feel right with something or comfortable, just change it up. So I think people are scared to like take a risk and think, oh, if I change this, like what if this happens? You know what I mean? Just go for it.
Yeah.
Whatever happens.
I like that one. Don't be scared to change, because
a lot of people are just scared to change. I think change is a good thing, mate. I think it's one of the best things, because you're never gonna know until you do it.
It's how you grow sometimes, isn't it?
Definitely, 100%. Got to change. Change to become better. Change to become worse. You never know. it's one way or the other. So you may as well
just have a go.
Yeah,
I like that. Number 3.
Number 3. When it gets hard, don't give up. Just get on with it.
That's a belt of that.
So when you get beat, like you say, whatever times I've been beat, you say it's been hard, but the next day I've went back to bed that night. I've slept. I've got the next day. I've just got on with it. I think if you beat yourself up about too much about stuff, that's when you give up. But if you just get up and get on with it, don't give up.
Don't give up. Never give up.
Yeah, results will come. Times get easier.
And it is what it is, isn't it? You know,
definitely.
like you say, you got beat. It's not the end of the world. You're still alive. Dust yourself off and just have another go.
100%. I think not giving up's the main thing, like. Just never give up. Get on with it.
Well, that's been a belter. Kai, how can people follow you?
My Instagram, Kai Batista 13. My Facebook's just Kai Batista. Just on that too, really.
If you
Go
wanna-
follow Kettle. You'll see us on there because I'm always fighting. Always boxing, so follow them as well.
Hopefully you get a big belt this year, mate.
Definitely.
Come
Cheers.
on. And if you're all ready to smash 2025, I've got a program called Smash Life Challenge. I'd love you to come and work with me. Smash Life Challenge is a 6-week program to help you become the best version of yourself. Taken from all the people I've worked with and sort of condensed it into a 6-week program, giving you the best I can. And this is my first one, and I would love you to come along because it's going to be mint. And I'd love it if you could like it, share it, because the more we can impact, the better all around. Life's about showing up, embracing them challenges, and having a go. Let's go.